So Pete, you also played, and I think you were going to do a video for this, the Resident Evil HD that just came out.
Yeah, let me fill this in a little bit, and this is probably where we'll start the video. I recently got a game capture device called Elgato HD60, which is awesome. You plug it into your TV in the HDMI. I plugged it through my HDMI hub, so I can put all my consoles through it.
After hours of confusion.
Well, not hours, but it wasn't that confusing because I couldn't figure out what HDMI out. I didn't know if HDMI out was to the TV, like out to the TV, or out to the front of the other thing. I mean,
it's out. It's out.
I'm saying I've done this 1,000 times, but it still doesn't make. I have trouble with it. It's like a speed bump every time. Like when I get a new, I do guitar. I'm a guitar guy. I have a gearhead, and I buy pedals and stuff. Whenever I look at them, I see the pedal on one side says out, on the other side it says in, and every time I look at this, I have to refigure it out. Maybe I'm dyslexic, but
it's like a learning disability.
It's like a speed bump. Every time I get a new guitar pedal, I'm like, out, in,
dyslexia.
But I don't like to think of it as out and in. I like to think of it left and right. The left goes towards the amp, the right goes towards the guitar. Like that's how I keep it all straight. But with this, there was no left and right system yet. There's no left and right system yet.
What if you go on the other side of it?
Because I don't know which side is left and right on the Elgato HD60, and I imagine that I'm saying all this over the footage of the game in the video right now. Okay, so everyone on the video is looking at Resident Evil HD.
Maybe the worst Resident Evil quick look.
That's the name of it.
But see, I think it's okay because it was properly explained. They know things are flying off the rails right now, so it's okay.
There was a struggle to get the video to.
Okay, so I got excited because I got this, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to start covering games for TZ. So we're going to talk about the game, and then I'll play the game, and we'll put it all together in Adobe Premiere, and then put it on YouTube, and it'll be great. It'll be cool. And I'm going to do this. So the first game that came out that I had any interest in after getting the Elgato was Resident Evil HD, which is on your screen right now. And I took a bunch of notes while I was playing because I was trying to be organized, and I was being very good, but I lost all my notes.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be organized.
Yeah, it's more fun if it's not organized. I like to wing things.
Yeah.
But listen, this is an HD update of another update. Like the original Resident Evil was remade on the GameCube in 2002. Why is this so funny? In 2002, they remade the original Resident Evil on GameCube. They did it from scratch, and it was directed by the guy who's good at stuff.
Oh, yeah, remake, right?
It's directed by Mikami, who most recently did The Evil Within. I'm doing this off the top of my head. I don't have any notes. Mikami. M-I-K.
It's worse than Sugar Miyamoto.
M-I-C-K.
Mikami? Is it Mikami or Mikami? Whatever it is. Okay. But anyway, this is like, most people consider this to be one of the best Resident Evil games, if not the best one. But, and so, you know, it's logical to update it into HD.
And it's actually come out, it not only came out on the GameCube, but then they re-released that for the Wii.
Yeah.
So this is actually the third version, or fourth version of Resident Evil, third version of this game.
Yes.
So this is remake.
Basically, and the strange thing is, I wanted to play it because of all the hype around. Like, this is one of the few Resident Evil games I never played. Like, there's two I haven't played.
I never played it.
There's two I haven't played. One of them is Remake, and one of them is Resident Evil Zero. Those are the two games I haven't played. Everything else I've played.
Yeah, me too.
And in the case of Remake, I bought the version for Wii, and then, like, literally a few days later, literally a few days later, they announced the HD, so I've just been waiting. And so, yeah, the HD came out, and I've been playing it on PS4, and for the most part, the visuals do look really nice and they hold up, but you can tell they've sort of been all the backgrounds used to be much lower res, and they kind of stretched them out and kind of put some kind of filters on it to make them look better. But that's basically.
So, are you playing this in 4:3 or 16:9?
I'm playing it in 16:9, which, you know.
See, I've heard.
Doesn't 16:9 have the free camera?
I've heard that you actually want to play this in 4:3.
Oh. Yeah, I would go to 4:3.
Nothing looks stretched out to me. It looks okay.
Like, it's using essentially like those. Isn't it basically video playing in the background? Like it's CG.
Right,
yeah,
that's the way it works. Yeah.
So I mean that's playing in the background, and that was quote unquote filmed or created at 4:3. So all you're doing is stretching it.
And it's
actually cropping it. Yeah.
I don't know. It looks nice to me. So you're saying that they're making the whole thing bigger and then cropping the tops off.
Yes, you're actually losing part of the picture.
I did not know that.
It's like when they upscale DVDs or something.
Yes, you think you have a bigger picture, but you're actually getting less. That's kind of
Right.
shitty. Okay.
Now, are you playing with the tank controls?
No. I'm already well familiar with
E?
how the tank controls work, so I wanted to try the modern controls. And they really do work nice. It's very responsive, and the only awkwardness is when you switch camera angles. You will keep running the same direction as long as you hold it down, but there's often this little transitional awkwardness because the direction you're going doesn't any longer correspond to what you're pushing on the stick until you move the stick, so it's kind of weird. But yeah, the game, it's very... I'm going to revive a term I haven't used since I wrote for IG in the 90s, but the graphics are...
Boobnolithic?
No, it's not boobnolithic. It's the visuals are a mixed bag. If you read IGN during the 90s, you'd be familiar with that term, or any other gaming site.
I don't think
that
anybody said that since
Mixed-
your last
mixed
review
bag.
on IGN.
I'm going to look at the latest IGN review while you're talking about this.
Just
and
in
see
case.
if mixed bag's in it.
God, it's in there.
Also, the one thing they like to do is from the to the to the. I'm so tired of that.
Oh yeah, I was guilty of that.
Everyone is, but whatever. So the visuals are a mixed bag because like sometimes it holds up really well. Like some certain scenes are truly striking with like little particles floating around the atmosphere. I'm not really sure if a lot of those extra touches are things they added recently or if they already were. And the character models look good. They look sharp and the detail's nice and.
Any titties in this one?
No, but well, yeah, sort of because they like.
No,
No, not full on. But what I'm saying is like you can play as either Chris or Jill, and I picked Jill. And whenever you're running and you stop running, like there is some bouncing. It's yeah. So I don't know if that's new or old either.
I think that sounds new.
Yeah.
I don't think they had the spare cycles to do titty bouncing
Right.
back in the day.
No.
Yeah, but yeah. The game is striking at best. Like sometimes it's truly striking. They have like these shadows that really integrate with the environment and like particles, and the models look really good. And other scenes just look terrible, like where it's just like really low res stuff just stretched out. It's a mixed bag, guys.
Now, Pete, so I've got The Evil Within. I'm about halfway through. I
It
think.
looks better than this does.
Well, like overall, should I play this game right now instead of Evil?
No, but it is fun to play.
Granted, I haven't played it. I never played the first Resident Evil.
Wait, have you already finished The Evil Within? I don't understand what you're saying.
No. I'm like probably in the.
We both need to
chapter.
finish Evil Within, but I think it is worthwhile to play both because it's nice to sort of observe the continuity between them. Because there is like this kind of fun obtusity in The Evil Within. I'm not sure if that's a word where things are kind of like old school obtuse.
No, it is.
Is obtusity a word?
No.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
So
but-
Resident Evil HD is even more obtuse than The Evil Within is. Like, it's all the old school stuff is there where you pick up items and you're not sure if you need them or not, and you have extremely limited inventory space, but you can't drop them unless you're at a storage box, which may be a bunch of rooms away, or you may not even know where one is at all.
Hey, Drac.
It's awkward to play it.
Did you just say you didn't finish Resident Evil 1, or you just mean this remake?
I've never played it.
Resident Evil 1 at all.
Did you play 2?
Oh, I had the Resident Evil 2 website.
Oh, so that was based on 2. So you never played 1? What made you get
odd.
all gung-ho for 2?
I don't know.
I actually was like that too, though.
No
because
idea.
I played Resident Evil 2 long before I ever touched 1, and I finished Resident Evil 2 on all 4 campaigns, like Claire A.
Oh, I know why.
What?
I didn't have a PlayStation 1 when RE1 came out, but I got one before RE2 came out.
Actually, I remember renting Resident Evil 1, and a friend of mine came over, and I was kind of scared to actually play it by myself. So I wanted...
Because of the spiders.
I didn't even know there were spiders.
RE2
at
had
that point.
spiders.
Well, this is RE1, but it was for the PlayStation 1. I rented it the day it came out, and a buddy of mine came over, and I was like, "Oh, if you want to check that out, go ahead." But really, I just wanted to watch somebody play it.
Yeah.
Because there was no Twitch back then. This is my version of Twitch, and I watched him play like probably 4 hours of it.
Yeah, that's how
That
it
was
went with Code Veronica. Every time I played that game, I was living somewhere with roommates at the time, and I had an audience every time I played that game, and they would rather watch than play. And that's how it went. There was no Twitch yet. They're probably living on Twitch now. But yeah, Resident Evil HD. 3 out of 5.
How many
3 out
bananas?
of 5 what?
Bananas. Well, I don't know. Maybe 3.5 out of 5. I think another banana just appeared. Half of one.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
This is getting way harder to edit.
Yeah. You're making more work for yourself here.
Okay,
I feel like we better get out of
Resident
this
Evil
before you make up.
HD. Go buy it, maybe.